In lockup, you can't sit down without asking permission or be given permission to sit. What I do with the kids is that I have them introduce themselves and share with the kids in lockup why they empathize with them. Because one of the comments that we got from the kids in lockup when they saw the show at Cornerstone Detention Center when we did it in Salt Lake was, oh, these kids have never been to juvie. They don't know what it's like. Okay, but everybody has trials. Everybody has tribulations. Everybody can relate at some point. And so what I do is I have them introduce themselves and tell why they're doing this show. So go ahead.
I'm Chris Allen.
Oh, and this is a really bad acoustically, and we need microphones, and we're saving money to get body mics for when we perform in places with bad acoustics.
And one of the reasons why I'm here is because I've had past experiences that's related to what these kids in DT have had. Same with some of my friends in the past. But a really big reason why I'm here is because I love acting, and when I heard about this play, Actress No More, I wanted to take the opportunity and to be a voice for these kids that are in DT. So yeah.
I'm Taylor Hawks, and well, I'm here because this play is just super important to me. This play, it gave me a purpose. It gave me something to look forward to, and I want to help these kids and everyone else who's been through these things. And I think that it needs to be spoken. It needs to be heard. And so I'm just here to help them. I'm here to help anyone who needs help, and this could just show them that other people go through the same thing.
I'm Jacob Scott, and I joined this play because I like acting, and when I heard about this, it was a good thing, and I like helping people and doing service for these kids, and it's a good thing it is.
I'm Gabby Westcoat, and one of the main reasons I'm in here is because I'm in here because I want to be with my sister and be with my mom, and I've had some issues in the past with some stuff, and I just really want to get these kids some help and make sure that they get through it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Toni Tolman, and I'm here because I am an artist, and I am drawn to all types of art and creation, and I thought that this was something awesome, and I wanted to be a part of it.
I'm Riley. I'm not going to stand out.
Oppositional defiance disorder, right?
I'm here because I like acting, and I'm very empathetic towards others, and just don't want people to label these kids, because they're just kids. You know, they've been through different experiences than us, but it doesn't mean that we can relate to them. We have the same emotions as them. They're human beings.
Hi, my name is Miranda Westcoat. I'm here because I love acting, and I've been through some traumatic experiences, and I like to help give these kids a voice that don't necessarily have voices, and yeah.
I'm Jordan Pay, and I'm mostly here so that I can act, but I have been through things in the past that I wouldn't want to talk about right now, but I'm mostly here for acting, and because she brought me here for my first practice.
I also tell the juvie kids, because I go every week to juvie in Salt Lake and to juvie in Provo. So when we face these kids again, I say, okay, if you're in DT, you are a rebel. And if you're a rebel, you are a artist. You're an artist. Look at Picasso and Mozart and Robert Downey Jr. for crying out loud. Okay? So if you're in DT, you're a rebel. If you're a rebel, you're an artist. And so I tell these kids, if you find the artist in you and don't be behind these walls, go do your art, whatever that art is. And so this theater company was created so that it will multiply and replenish the earth. How will that happen? These kids, when they get out of DT, they have an artistic place to go to. We're a nonprofit. So they can do their community service by acting and taking the show to other kids and taking it to high schools and junior highs so that kids don't end up behind these walls. And so hopefully more kids will, we have 3 more actresses that are not here. One is sick, and our lovely Tony is taking her place today. She's doing her part and Casey's part, and my other 2 actresses couldn't get off work. So guess what? The show must go on. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, when we did the show at the Cornerstone in Salt Lake, we did it inside a chapel. And it was donated by the LDS Church for the... Go ahead, come on in. It's okay. I'm just talking Oh, hi. Hi, this is Carly, and she's going on a mission too. Come on. You can sit up here. I'm not embarrassing you. Just sit right up here. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Oh, by the way, I also tell the kids I'm ADHD bipolar, and it's a good thing. And sometimes, I know. It's a good thing because all these kids that are in DT have something going on. Anybody here ADHD? Anybody here with anger issues? Anybody here with anxiety? OCD? Okay, good. Yay, artists. Hollywood is full of us, okay? All the great artists. I mean, Van Gogh. But don't cut your ear off, okay? Don't do that.
Need those.
Depression. Depression is a good thing. Write about it. Write. Depressing, sad stuff. Hollywood will pay money for that. Okay? And so don't hurt yourself. Write. And I have 120 writings, and a lot of them are depressing, but they're very good. And we're celebrating the fact that they wrote it down, that they took it out instead of carrying it heavy in their hearts and on their backs. It is written down, and now we're performing. For the kids that are in DT because of marijuana or cocaine or any other such substances, there is, and for all you teenagers out there considering, oh, maybe I want to try this or try that, there is no greater high than applause. Trust me. Okay? No greater high than seeing your work being performed and people applauding your work, or acting and getting applause, or dancing, or singing, or rapping. We will try to rap the best we can. Okay? We have a rapper among us. We do. I'm going to start. Okay, so we start our show usually with the new works that we're working on. Before we start our show in 10 minutes. Right now, we're working on some new pieces. And this is Casey's piece, and I'm going to be the rapping grandma. Okay. And then other people have been working on other new stuff. So this is a work in progress. All right? This is called Shit Happens. Sorry about that, kids. It became a part of my life, zoning out, hearing my mother shout, not knowing why or what about. As a child, me and my big brother were nothing short of wild. Sugar was our fuel, so our mother said, thank God for school. As years passed, my stepdad came into the picture. Different cultures, different ways of all trying to fit into the family's mixture. Instead of a talking to or getting sent to our room, we got the belt, or the opposite end of the broom. At 17, my brother wouldn't take the beatings anymore, so he packed up his bags and just walked out the door. Now, I was the oldest kid in the house, but my voice was silenced, like an exposed mouse. Not knowing how to cope, I zoned out for the most part. Staying out of the way is how I'd stay. Then one day, I decided I would fight back, but don't assume, because that day, I got my first pack. Cigarettes turned to weed, my anger I'd feed. Soon that became my only emotion. Along with being completely numb, grades began to fall. My stepdad sang. Overnight, she just went dumb. On the night of my 16th birthday, words turned to a yell. He told the cops that down the stairs I tripped and fell. But we all knew that was a lie, but my mom wouldn't dare testify. I went to my room not having a door to slam because he took it off the hinges. I packed some clothes and left out the window and attended to my weekend alcohol binges. After 3 days, I returned, refusing to leave my little brother alone and scared. I'd kill that man if he hit Elijah, even if he dared. At times, I dreamed of how it would be if my real dad were here, thinking I wouldn't have anything to fear. Then I remembered why he's been gone, locked behind bars for way too long, institutionalized. That's all he knew besides the street and his gang. Instead of taking care of us, he sold dope and went out to bang. Now looking back, I was so mad for so many reasons. But things changed by the seasons. I became more than defiant. I was rebellious, hanging out with the big fellas. Earned myself 3 felonies and countless misdemeanors. Being stupid, hiding behind this imaginary mask, not wanting to deal with the scars from my past. I sit and stare at my cell walls, feeling used and abused, wasting my life in a place of the accused. When will I learn? What will it take? Until I figure it out, the smile I'll remain to fake. Everyone has trials and tribulations. Steer clear from those deadly temptations. Feeling lost, abandoned, and misunderstood. Things you gotta live with growing up in the hood. Always got stuff on your mind, always up to no good. Let me tell you something my mama told me. Keep your head up and do right, or you'll never be free. Never be fooled by the lies in the air. Life ain't easy, and it sure ain't fair. That was Havilah, and she was in 2 detention centers. She was at Glacier at Slate Canyon in January of 2015, and then they transferred her to Salt Lake, so I saw her twice. And this would be something an English teacher would give an A. I mean, that is amazing, the way this child writes. Let's share some other kids, some others that we're working on.
So this
Cameron,
one,
do you want to turn off the lights? It's getting really hot in here, and maybe turn on the fans for a little bit.
this one was written by a kid named Sam. He was in Delta 1 in Salt Lake Detention Center, and he wrote it in March of 2015. When I woke up this morning, I was locked in a cage. I missed my performance, would have broke the stage. Now I can't even shave, can't temper my fade. Yeah, they call me by name, but my title's replaced. I hope this place is just a phase to inspire a phrase, and these words that I lay may change one's pace. In this whacked out world we tend to view as a race, I hope you listen and take what may change your state. All I see is white bricks caged in like an animal, convinced myself that I did what I had to do. In reality, my actions have been that of a radical. Couple screws loose and all I want to do is slap a fool. Thank you.
Jordan, are you working on something?
I am.
Give us a sneak peek.
Scared before I set
Wait,
foot.
who did it?
Oh yeah. This is by Tom. He was in Pinnacle in February of 2015. Scared before I set foot in the courthouse. Said I'm guilty, but as quiet as a mouse. Put me in shackles, led me to my holding cell. I sat in and realized this is hell. Transported. Is this really where I want to be? No. But they gave me a binder and paper and said, welcome to UT. In this world, I'm just a maggot, where kids get jumped and labeled faggots. I can't sleep. I just want to fall. Cause out there I can't catch a ball. Every 10 minutes, people peeping in my window, all because I wanted to rush off that endo. I sat in my room thinking about my death, wondering if someone will care about my last breath. Even though I know I'm not here to stay, I still keep my thoughts thinking of a better day. Kids' moms shooting up that heroin, and that gives them a reason to find sadness to dwell in. Others' dads kick them to the curb so they can't go to school to learn a word. So they get put here after smoking a tree, feeding off the staff like a bunch of fleas. Just know you're not like the rest. Time to step up and try your best. Your parents' influence isn't you. You can be anything, just keep it true. And this is just what it is. Your changes and problems are no one else's biz. Your pain won't last so long, so do your best and stay strong.
Riley,
Do I have to?
do you need Taylor to be on book for you?
Yes.
Yes.
And a few.
Thank you, Jim.
This is what happens when you don't
Project.
memorize.
Nobody can hear
Oh,
anybody.
I can project.
Okay.
So this one's called I See No Poet by Victor in Delta 2 of March of 2015. I see no poet, and I know it. What will I write? How can I show it? I don't want to do this, but you're making me. Heidi. I don't even know what a poem is supposed to be. Is it a bunch of rhymes? Because that's what I'm making. They say the whole world is yours for the taking. Well, this doesn't even make sense. Or is it like cents like the dollar? Teacher's like, if you need my help, just give me a holler. Well, I appreciate your caring, but this might be daring, but I don't feel like sharing my feelings. They have my in it for a reason. Just know I don't change like the seasons. I'm at the hardest time in my life. These words feel like butter without a knife. Damn it, man, I can't even laugh. I'm sitting in my cell with these white walls. They even strip search me down to my socks.
You don't even know.
You don't even know. How could you? Not realizing what freedom means. You've been caught up in your world eating burgers and fries curled.
There goes my eye.
Oh, there goes my light. They turn it off when it feels right to them. I don't even care about my life.
You don't even know how.
You don't even know. Dealing with this daily stress. Everything I'm given is just turns out a mess. So just sit there in your seats while these thoughts in my mind meet.
I'll just sit here struggling.
I'll just sit here struggling through because all this poetry stuff is new. I have no idea what a poem is supposed to be. I don't want to do this, but you're making me. I don't know what to write. How would I know it? I see no poet. But did I show it?
This is called Just a Little Girl. I was just a little girl of the age of 2 when I was taken into foster care when I was with my baby sister. I was just a little girl of the age of 5 when I was adopted. I was just 13 when I went to the emergency room 3 times for attempting suicide. I spent time in residential treatment and mental hospitals. I am only 15 now, but I am getting stronger and I'm getting up every day. But inside me is just a little girl who needs embraced. Thank you. That is my true story.
So when we did the show, we're going to give you a 5-minute break. We're going to start with an opening poem, and then we're going to close with a closing rap. Normally at church, you have opening prayer and closing prayer. We're going to have opening poem and then closing rap. So I'm going to do the opening poem. I live under the wings of night, with an ocean of black spangled with fire. I desire knowledge from the wings of night, to learn, a wise one, show me the light. Moved out from under the wings of night, then I moved into the halo of day, keeping the demons inside me temporarily at bay. I live for new things, at least I would say. I now live in the halo of day. So let's take a 5-minute break and we'll start the show.
Behind these walls, it all starts over.
New rules,
New people.
New stress.
new food,
And a new environment.
There's time to think. Think about things I didn't before.
Things I hate.
Things I need.
And the reasons I'm here.
I'm here for the decisions I and others made.
I'm taking a fall for most and doing more time than I ever have.
And being put down further than I already am. Taking disrespect. Feeling as if I don't belong and never did. With all the stress building up, it's hard not to explode.
After being in here for so long, I barely know myself. Putting on a mask, hiding my emotions, feeling nothing but alone, unappreciated, unrecognized. Sometimes I think I'm becoming a society soldier, being formed into someone I don't know.
Waking up every morning after sleeping like crap, seeing the lights that never turn off, the white brick walls, a metal toilet, a door of my favorite color, sleeping on a concrete slab.
It's not that bad.
I'm no stranger to moving.
I've slept on, ate, and been through worse.
I've been to the point of no return.
But there's that one thought in my head that keeps pushing me, because I'm glad it has, because without it, I might not have been here today.
With all I'm learning and continue to learn, I'm starting to see a future.
I'm starting to plan, to take control, to form my life. With all the time I've had in here to relax, I find it hard with everything on my mind, my mom, my dad, my future, my failures, and how I'm going to change to create myself.
One of the hardest things is being away from everything I've worked for. My work, my family, my friends, and my future.
Just because you're full of pain and stress doesn't mean you can't be the best.
Be the best at what? Be the best at what? Don't look at me with your face all corrupt.
You better not give in. You better not.
Better not give in. Better not give out. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind.
I'm sorry, did I interrupt you mid-sentence? Don't look at me like I have to do some repentance.
It's all in a sentence. It's almost like an Earth re-entrance.
Starting all over at a clean slate. If you don't understand, do I have to restate?
Restating is recalibrating.
To recalibrate, I have to reconcentrate.
Reconcentrating is a complication. Most of the time you can't find an explanation.
And I said all these words in a sequence, but don't make any sense.
It's like putting money in vending machine that doesn't dispense.
Trapped in a block cell like the others, thinking, could I ever forgive myself of what I have done to be locked up? Timelessness, eternal gloom, drifting in slow, never-ending circles, surrounded, but alone. Aware of other souls, trapped like me, but unable to contact them. No sense of sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. Only the crushing boredom of the present of lockup and foster care and painful memories, sniffing coke and shooting up on that heroin and smoking that bowl. I'm sad that I ended up here, but not surprised. I tried to live a good life, and I sacrificed myself at the end in effort to save others. So in those respects, I was maybe deserving of paradise. But I was also a killer. Well, I was killing myself, slowly, killing my brain cells. Drugs were my life, and I didn't care as much for family and friends. Every day I was sniffing on that coke, shooting up on that heroin, smoking on that dime, and it was hard to say no. Mama asking when am I gonna be her little baby again? Never, was my answer. Mama cried and she lost her little girl. With nothing else to do, I'm forced to review my life over and over. Even my most minor errors become my supreme lapses of judgment.
You know, I
really hate when the lights don't turn off.
Rules are what get me every single time. I have to ask if I want to go to the bathroom. I have to ask if I want to go anywhere.
I couldn't do right. She stopped.
I hate that the lights don't turn off. Never. And you can't sleep during the night. Am I right? And if you can't sleep during the night, then of course you sleep during the day. And if you get sleep during the day, then you get locked up and it sucks.
And this food is so horrible. Where are they putting in this crap? And don't even ask me about the crap afterwards.
I was in the court system for truancy, and they were treating me like I'd committed murder.
I really hate the strip test, you know? It just sucks. 5 people came over and I had to do it 5 times. It was, ugh.
You literally have to ask before you can do anything. Can I stand up? Can I go to the bathroom? Can I go to bed now?
I really hate these clothes, because this is not my favorite color. The only people who really look good in scrubs is doctors.
So I might have a lot of problems, but one of the worst ones is I am claustrophobic. Oh, when they put me in that cell, no, let me vent, let me just vent.
The rules are going to be the death of me. I can't asking for everything.
I am going to.
Stand up.
Roses are red.
Violets are blue.
I've never met someone as beautiful as you.
You, the one who is like the sun. You brighten my day in every way.
You are truly beautiful, for a rose cannot compare to how you look in everything you wear. You are truly beautiful, and you do not try.
The stars and moon come out at night to show you in their radiant light. So no matter where you go, good fortune shall surely flow.
Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad? When I needed you real bad. I was starving. Starving with my brothers. Brothers I had to take care of, with only one older brother that was only there sometimes to help with my 4-year-old little brother. Brothers that were so helpless. Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad? When I needed you real badly. First 5 years of life, I needed you so badly. But you didn't care at all. I had no one to tuck me in at night or to help me with my brothers. Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad? But there was that one day. That day you tried to kill my baby brother. And I had to hop on top of Mama's back until she stopped drowning my baby brother. Then my older brother grabbed him. Luckily, he lived through that horrid day.
Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad?
Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad? Where were you, Mom? Where were you, Dad? As I stand and look in the mirror, all I see is contempt and fear. All I see is pain, but yet I smile to get away from this judgment just for a while.
I was told by my family and friends that they care, but as I turn away, they can't stare. They want me to change, I'm just another mess, another screw up and unacceptance.
I'm wrapped in chains of anger and trust. I wish they knew the need for attention is a must, but still they ignore me. Every phrase and word I cry out for help, but still remain unheard.
I'm disappointed with this world. These people who stay, they'll do anything to have things go their way. These beliefs and words, they're just hypocrisy. I see clearly now this land is no democracy. I'm disappointed
Wrapped in
with this
chains of
world.
anger and trust. I wish they knew for attention is a must, but still they ignore me. Every phrase and word I cry out for help, but still remain
Clearly now
unheard.
this world is not a
I
democracy.
smile to get away from this judgment just for a while.
I think of the fact that I may never see you again. I think of it now, and I thought of it then. I don't know why, but I've just had to lose you. So now I ponder on that thought and wonder what I can do. I lost you and your mom on that horrible day in May. When you guys left, I just didn't know what to say. It all happened so fast, and it happened so quick. But that's a memory that will always and forever stick. I will always be thinking of my little girl, the one that I always used to spin and twirl. You might agree with your mom and say I'm a terrible dad, but the day I lost you was horrible, and it still makes me mad. I just want you to know that I really do love you, and remember in your heart to always stay true. Somehow I wound up back in this hell called DT. This world is really messed up, and one day you'll see. because no matter what I do, I will never win. So all I can do is hope to see you again. I think life is just a game that I don't know how to play. But I think about my decisions and choices every single day. And I can't take back what has happened in the past. But you and your mom have embedded something in me that will always last.
My dear baby Sveta, my beautiful baby, I'm 16 and you are currently in my stomach. I want you to know that I love you more than anything. And I know your daddy loves you very much. My last sight of your daddy, his voice was cracking and had tears brimming in his eyes. I was put into the cop car, and every second further we got from your daddy, I cried harder. My beautiful baby, you're mine and his. I will not put you through what I was put through. The state won't take you from me. I will hold you on your weakest days, and I will raise the best child in the world. Your daddy is amazing. He loves me and you more than anybody ever has. We want to make the family that we never had. We want to be the best parents for you. We're going to give you plenty of food, clothes, love, shelter, hope. And a beautiful future awaits you, my beautiful baby. We will give you the happiness and love that you deserve. We love you. Love, Mom and Dad.
As I look in the mirror, all I see is anger. Maybe it's the way my own father used to touch me. Maybe it's the fact I had to grow up too fast. Maybe it's the fists of the guys I thought I loved. Either way, I was angry. Angry at myself, angry at every face I see, angry at the world. So I put this bottle to my lips and it cuts through my throat like razor blades. Staring at the bruises that went down my side. I don't know where I'll sleep tonight. Mom's crying, wondering where I am and if I'm alive after all these weeks. I'm too ashamed to look my loving mother in the eyes, so I snort these rocks. My body is hitting me right now, but I hate all this pain. No one will ever guess. My smile, my laugh will deceive you. But if you look in my eyes, you'll see the raging wildfire burning inside of me. Something snaps in me, I chuck my poison, and I go into the night and run to the only place I feel safe. Home. The devil is still on my shoulder, but I will not let him take over my soul.
I messed up. I feel like I've been to hell and back. Everybody left me flat like I'm a welcome mat. These memories I'm trying to keep them close got me riding by myself, got me talking to a ghost. This pistol on my hip, don't know, mobbing through the city, feeling paranoid everyone's out there to get me. My body's full of different tattoos and different war wounds, fighting battles in the streets, they're fighting battles in the courtrooms, and some days, I swear I don't want to live. Put another rose inside my brother's casket before I closed the lid. Man, I'm living close to the edge, trying not to let this gang thing get to my head. Sitting at the cemetery with this pistol to my temple. Everybody always said, let this boy have potential. Just want to go back. Living life was so simple.
Story time! story of the last tear. Hey, light person. Yeah, you over there. Can you shove this light over here? Yeah, little. Yeah, perfect. That's enough. As I lay here and wonder to see what my mind could find, I see a boy sewing to fit his mom's knitting because he wants him to love her. He tried to see what he could do to make her smile. He goes to bed and thinks to getting his life back on track. Then he has a flashback of his mom's loving smile before she got into all these dangerous drugs. A tear drops, but he wipes it away and stays strong. As the days go by, he gets sent and goes to Salt Lake Detention Center for 2 weeks. He stares at the brawls once his older brother used to look at. The same teardrop. He has a flashback of his mom's loving smile and how she used to hold up the same teardrops, and he wipes it away and stays strong. He gets off with an easy one. He went home to see his mom laid out on the couch. He calls her names and says, "Mom, Mom," but no response. He runs to the phone and calls 911 and said, "Help, my mom is OD'd, help." He hangs up the phone, the very same teardrops, but he wipes it away and tells himself to stay strong. In the emergency room, he sees his mom wakes up and she says, "Son," and he looks up and he's quite shocked. He says, "Son, is that you?" And he says, "Mom, it's me." He takes her by the hand and says, "Please stop, it's not too late." Then she looks away and says goodnight. They get home and he sees his mom doing the same thing the next hour. He goes into his room and says, "I will not help her no more." She walks in and says, "Give me some money." And he says, "Sorry, but I can't help you kill yourself no more." She slams the door and yells and says, "Remember who brought you into this world." He wakes up. He sees his mom laying there. Her face is blue. She OD'd and died. The very same teardrops, but he cannot wipe it away. More and more tears came. That is the story of the last tear. Loneliness is an emotion. It's like feeling sad. It's like being mad when you'd rather be glad.
Loneliness is a metaphor, all full of sorrow.
It's like having your stomach feel almost hollow.
It's like winter, when you'd rather have spring. It's like being prince.
When you'd rather be king.
It's like looking up high and
wish you were dead so you cozy off to your little bed. I think of thoughts in my head
that aren't quite right, so you try to sleep them off at night.
I think
of the moments when I'm being entertained.
That way you try not to feel all the pain.
Push, pull, strive, someone once told me. Living isn't a choice, it's an obligation. Weakness is my fear and there isn't any cure. There's tears running down my cheeks, but there ain't anybody here. My family's gone, and there's no one to turn to. I try to do better, but somehow I keep falling back down. Life gave up on me, so what's the point now? The devil has control of me. It's like I gave him my soul, and I'm just sniffing on these lines because it's my only escape. The powder took me to a different level, and I'm looking like a rebel. Family don't matter, and neither does fun. All that really matters is enjoying the numb. My parents been stressing, praying I come home alive. It's getting late, and I ain't got too much hope in this world. The streets are where I was raised, and I'm hoping it'll all change. The past is history, and the future is a mystery. This life's got me going insane, and I'm waking up hoping it ain't real. Misunderstood is my name.
I sit in this place, high on hope. Maybe I'll get out tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Reminiscing on times when this stuff was rare. It's become routine for me now, pulling out my hair, the stress. It's eating me away bit by bit. Stuck in DT, it's making me sick. I used to be that child with parents so proud, till those parents abandoned me, filled me with doubt. Yeah, I'm tough. Maybe you are too, but you can only be tough for so long till you finally break through. I ran, left home, sick of getting blamed. It was then that they realized I could no longer be tamed. Nowhere to turn, so I turned to that drug, heroin. Being addicted sucks. Now, lucky for me, I wasn't addicted quite yet, but I knew if I continued, it would be a threat to my life and everything I've got, so I had to make a choice. I chose to stop.
Could paint a pretty picture of when I got abused. No one believed me because my dad was the accused. No one told me that the struggle would be real, and I just wish I couldn't feel. I got locked up when I was 13, still getting locked up. Now I'm 15, moving on to 16. Gotta get my life straight before the judge decides my fate. It's too late to get rid of all this hate. When I see my mom in the courtroom, it makes me cry. Just to sit here saying, I'm never trying. My tears are slowly drying, and I'm just starting to lose hope. Now I know my people use dope, so they can get out of some of that pain, and then we as society use their name in vain, and then we as society use their name in vain, and then we as society use their name in vain. I'm becoming all I said I'd never be, and failing myself unintentionally. I keep letting myself slip farther and farther away from the dreams I said I was going to achieve.
I'm letting go of everything important to me. I'm here watching myself hand over my life to my worst enemy.
The messed up part is it ain't even facing me. I'm numb and it's slowly erasing my identity.
I gave it all up for what? I'm truthfully stuck. I can't sit here and deny the reality.
It's got power over me, it's here and it's here to say there's no room to play. Welcome to the dirty, dirty dope game. That's all I can say.
This is a letter to the people that I love. If God didn't do it, then neither did the drugs. Why? Because I've been in it for a minute. My life is at its peak and it's time for me to finish. I've been on my knees, even done some drugs and trees, but nothing seems to work because my thoughts are enemies. Don't believe that I've received what I've been given. My mind is open, and I'm hoping in death that I receive a new beginning. I'm beginning to grip this fate. It's too late to try and save me. I've been on this road for so long, I'm going crazy. My future's getting hazy, and everything is lost. I'm sorry to my mama for the pain that I've caused. Many things I saw, and a million things I've learned. This is my fate, maybe one that I've earned. Burning in my mind is the contract that I signed, so I'm taking my opportunity to go ahead and die. It's crazy how fast things can happen.
But that short-term high really never lasts.
And what's done is done. It's slipped into the past.
Nowhere to run or hide, so I put on a mask.
I pretend like everything's fine when it's really not.
I even got used to lying so I wouldn't get caught.
I'm becoming someone I know I should not. Please forgive me. I know it's my fault.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. Please understand that
One day I'll be a really good man. One step at a time. We can do this together.
If we don't, we'll have this disease forever.
Please believe me, it's stronger than it seems.
So don't let it take over or change your dreams.
You have the right, but you have to fight every single day, every single night.
Just know that nothing is worth that short-term high.
There are physical scars and emotional scars. Who's to say which one is worse? Bleeding on the outside or bleeding on the inside? Angry on the skin or dying from within? Is a broken leg or an open wound the most painful? Or is staring at the shattered pieces of yourself strewn across the bathroom floor worse? There is no possible way to tell. I see you every day. Your ocean-colored eyes look deep into the corners of me, and I can't breathe. I'm drowning in your eyes like the ocean, and I welcome the rush, the crash, the pain. I've become accustomed to your rolling waves, the back and the forth. You push me to shore, only to drag me back out into the cold sea. And I don't mind. I don't mind being thrown into rocks that grab at my skin and make me bleed, leaving jagged, grotesque scars. Those scars do not compare to the ones you leave on the inside when you tell me you don't want me, you don't need me, and you won't see me. Those are the scars that I can't seem to ignore.
ADD. ADD.
Autism. Autism.
ADHD. ADHD.
Bipolar.
Bipolar!
Depression. Depression.
Hey, honey, stand up. Hey, on the line.
What line?
Line. Thank you. OCD.
Dyslexia. Dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
Anger issues.
Anxiety.
Oppositional
Yeah, whatever, but I don't have that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Autism.
Bipolar.
Depression disorder. It's a good thing.
Sometimes. Anyways.
Group therapy.
Yay! That's my favorite part. Go ahead.
As I sit here and think about this long, bumpy road called life, I think of all the wrong turns I've made. I think they're called mistakes. But doesn't everyone make them?
Yeah.
I thought so until I was judged by someone who thought they knew everything about me, but really knows nothing. I know who I am, but people do not realize. They overlook my accomplishments and go straight to my mistakes. And even though it hurts, I hide it with a smile or a mean mug. But in reality, I'm sensitive, just like a newborn baby. I have feelings and dreams just like everyone else. And life just seems crazy that someone gets to judge me when she doesn't even know the real me. It makes me not angry, it just feels like it's unfair. There is no justice in it all. All my intentions are good, but it seems like the world is blind. I wish I could show them the real me. But without a doubt, I don't think that'll happen. This world does not work like that. But I know that, and I can continue to work on my dreams of being successful. The world is a shady place, but I plan to make it shine by showing them the real me. They might think or even have me labeled as a no-good gangster, but when they see the real me, things will be different. They just need to give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
A real chance, because they will see after all my shine. I won't blame them if they go blind.
Don't touch me.
Because the real me is worth more than infinity dimes.
Real me is worth more than infinity dimes.
Amen.
I've been on my own. No one showed me the way. You know what it's like to be full of anger every day?
You can change your ways. You can start anew. You gotta make a choice. That's all you can do.
I cannot go back. I cannot relive. I don't even know if I can forgive.
You gotta choose faith. You gotta leave hurt behind. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind.
I'm better than this, but people look down on me. I want to be better, but they just don't see.
You gotta want it. You gotta fight it. It's your life on the line. Your turn to shine.
No one else has got to believe. I can have faith in me so that I can be free.
Grab your papers and be ready to speak. So second one. 1, 2, 3.
And behind these walls, some say don't understand what some of us go through. Some say we're just reckless kids or we never should have been born. But what they don't know is that we're just lost in an ever-growing world, always changing. And because of one decision, it can change our lives.
So, my message to you is,
Think before every decision.
Because your time and freedom.
Are the most important things in our lives.
So don't waste your time in freedom.
Behind any walls.
Besides the ones you build and built.